I remember the world tilting sideways like a bad dream I couldn't wake from. One moment, I was trekking along that narrow trail in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado, breathing in the crisp pine-scented air under a clear blue sky. And the next, I was airborne. The red rock cliff blurred past me in a rush of earth tones and jagged edges. My gut lurched as gravity yanked me down. Tom's scream blended with mine as we plummeted together. His fingers grazed mine in the chaos, but we were tumbling too wildly to connect. Every impact against the rocks felt like a hammer blow, sharp jolts through my ribs, my arms, my legs. When we finally slammed into the canyon floor with a bone-jarring thud, the world went eerily silent, save for the pounding in my ears. I lay there on my side, tasting coppery blood on my tongue. My left shoulder burned like fire, and something warm trickled down my temple. Through hazy vision, I spotted Tom a few yards away, sprawled awkwardly amid the boulders. He wasn't moving. "Tom," my voice rasped out, raw and barely audible. Pain spiked through my neck when I tried to lift my head. The ground beneath me was unforgiving, sharp stones digging into my skin through ripped hiking pants. My right ankle throbbed unnaturally, twisted at an odd angle. Voices drifted from above. Mary's voice, my mother-in-law, calm and composed, chatting with someone. Then another voice hit me like ice water. Lily, Tom's 12-year-old sister. She was up there with her mom. I strained to listen, ignoring the agony. "Mom, are they okay?" Lily sounded scared, but there was an undercurrent I couldn't place, almost detached. "Honey," Mary replied smoothly, like she was discussing the weather. "Don't peek over the edge. It's not pretty down there." Not pretty? We'd just fallen off a damn cliff. Why wasn't she yelling for help, dialing 911, or scrambling down? Tom groaned faintly beside me, and relief surged through the pain. He was alive. His eyes locked on mine, wide and urgent. His lips moved silently. "Don't move. Play dead." Play dead? My mind reeled, foggy from the impact. We needed rescue, ambulances, not games. But the desperation in his gaze made me obey. I went limp, eyes shut, breath shallow as whispers. "Should we just head back?" Lily asked from above, her tone oddly flat, not the kid who teared up over a squished bug. "Sweetie, sometimes folks make choices that drag everyone down," Mary said, her voice dripping with that fake Southern twang she put on for sympathy, even though she'd lived in Denver her whole life. "Your brother and his wife. They weren't putting family first." What choices? What the hell was she implying? My shoulder screamed, blood pooling under my head. But Tom's warning echoed, "Play dead." "But Emily always packs those trail mix bars I like," Lily said, her voice cracking just a bit. "She helps with my math homework when Tom's working late." "I know, darling. And I'll handle all that now. We'll look out for each other. Just like we talked about." Talked about? Planned? My pulse hammered. When had they schemed a life without us? Cold dread mixed with the physical ache, twisting my insides. Footsteps crunched away from the edge. Mary hummed an old country tune she used to sing to Lily at bedtime. "It chill me to the bone now." When the sounds faded, I cracked an eye. Tom stared back, face smeared with dirt and blood, but his expression burned with fury I'd never seen. "Emily," he whispered, "there's something I gotta tell you. Something awful." 3 days earlier, I was in our cozy kitchen in Boulder, packing lunches for what I thought would be a perfect family getaway. Sunlight filtered through the blinds, casting golden stripes on the counter as I slathered mayo on turkey sandwiches. Everything felt so ordinary. So right. Emily.
Hun.
You sure we got enough Gatorade? Mary called from the living room. She'd shown up at dawn with oversized packs and that eager grin of hers. These Colorado trails can dehydrate you quick. I chuckled, grabbing extras from the pantry. Plenty, but better safe than sorry. Mary was always the planner, fussing over details. It was one thing I genuinely appreciated about her, her way of mothering everyone. Tom shuffled in,
Yawning.
hair tousled from a rough night. Lately, he'd been restless, staring at the ceiling till dawn. When I'd prod, he'd blame it on the job, long hours at the tech firm. Mornin'. Handsome, I said, rising on toes to peck his cheek. Your mom's geared up like we're summiting Everest. He managed a half smile, but it didn't light his eyes.
Yeah.
She's thorough all right. From the den, Mary and Lily murmured low, heads together. Lily had crashed at our place the night before. Fresh from her dorm in Fort Collins, she was in her first year at community college, studying graphic design. She'd been extra chatty lately, quizzing us on our routines, our home setup. Glad your sis tagged along, I told Tom, wrapping the sandwiches. We barely see her since she moved out. He nodded absently, gazing out the window at the foothills. Emily, can I ask you something? Sure. He hesitated, then shook it off. Never mind. Before I could push, Mary breezed in with Lily trailing. Mary's face glowed with excitement. I've been counting down to this trip for ages. Rocky Mountain trails are magic. Views that'll take your breath away. Lily bobbed her head. Mom showed me pics online. Epic. She fixed on me. Emily, you ever hiked near drop-offs before? The question felt random. Not much. Why? Just curious. Heights freak some people out. Her smile seemed edged, sharper than usual. Mary clapped. We'll watch each other's backs. That's family for ya. She hugged Lily. My girl and I were just jawing about loyalty. Tom stayed quiet, eyes darting between them like he was piecing a puzzle. We piled into his Jeep, Mary's shotgun, barking directions despite the GPS. Lily sat behind me, her stare prickling my neck. Emily, she piped up mid-drive. Tom mentioned y'all updated your life insurance lately. I twisted to face her.
Surprised.
We did. Tom's knuckles whitened on the wheel. Just talking it over. Adult stuff. Smart move, Mary nodded. Life's unpredictable. Accidents happen out of nowhere. The word accidents hung heavy, but I brushed it off, Mary being practical. At the trailhead lot, she snapped pics galore, Tom and me by the sign, then solos of us. These could matter later, she murmured, eyeing the shots. For what? I asked. Memories. Sugar. As we hiked, Mary and Lily led, whispering. Snatches floated back. Inheritance, finally, today. When I edged closer, they'd switched to chit-chat about wildflowers. Tom matched my pace.
Pale.
Phone checking despite no signal. You all right? I asked. Seem on edge. He met my eyes. Fear flickering. Emily, if anything goes south today, know I love you more than life. I laughed it off. Drama king. It's just a hike. But as the path narrowed near the cliffs, with them glancing back oddly, unease settled in my gut. Too late to bail. The first night at our rented cabin in the Rockies should have been chill, fireplace crackling, views of snow-capped peaks. Mary had booked it months back, insisting on perfection. Unpacking in our room, I overheard them through the wall. You think he suspects? Lily whispered. Shush, Mary hissed. Not yet. But we can't drag this out. What about Emily? Lily pressed. She's been nothing but trouble. Actin' like she's blood. The word stung. Mary had always been civil. Even warm. Footsteps neared. So I busied with clothes. Tom entered with cocoa mugs. Mom's special brew. I sipped, bitter.
Off.
Tastes weird. His eyes widened. Don't drink it. He snatched it, dumping both in the sink.
Tom.
What? Mary called. Enjoying the cocoa? Family recipe.
Tom rinsed fast.
Face grim. Emily. Don't touch food or drink unless I test it first. The evening dragged like a bad movie. Mary pushed games, stories, albums, but kept us apart. Lily grilled me on finances while drying dishes. Joint accounts? House in both names. Personal much? I snapped. Just planning my future. She smirked. Mom says, know your worth. That night, awake beside Tom's tense form, I heard hallway creaks. Peeking, Mary phoned in the kitchen. Plans on track. Tomorrow, the cliff trail. Be ready. I know it's harsh, but they asked for it. Tom snooped where he shouldn't. My blood froze. Lily gets it. This secures us. The insurance'll fix everything. Look like a slip, tragic hike gone wrong. They planned to kill us for payout. Back in bed, Tom sat up. You heard? I nodded.
Numb. Tom.
What's this about? Family secrets I should have shared ages ago. Never thought it'd come to this. The cabin fell silent, but sleep evaded us all. Back in the canyon's shadow, with pain radiating from every bruise and cut, I whispered to Tom, Are they really gone? He nodded faintly, scanning the ridge. I shifted, wincing as ribs protested.
Tom.
Spill it. What's worse than them shoving us off? His face, battered and bloody, twisted with regret. Emily. My dad didn't die natural like Mom claimed. And the inheritance. It's all tied up in lies. He explained in hushed bursts his father, a rancher in Wyoming, had left a hefty estate, land, savings, policies split 3 ways in the will. But Mary, with her gambling habit hidden for years, had siphoned it off, forging docs to fund casino trips and bad investments. Tom had discovered it weeks back, digging through old files after a suspicious bank alert. I confronted her, he said. She denied, then threatened. Said I'd regret it. And Lily? I asked, horror mounting. Mom twisted her, said we were cutting them out, that the insurance on us was our contribution to family. We needed to move. But injuries pinned us. Voices echoed again. Mary and Lily returning?
No.
Distant hikers, maybe. Tom fumbled his cracked phone. Got proof, recordings. We can nail M legally. As adrenaline faded, shock set in. How had our family rotted like this? Flashback to 2 weeks prior. Dinner at our Boulder home. Mary dropped by unannounced.
Bedding pie.
Just checking on my kids, she cooed. But her eyes darted to Tom's desk, where estate papers lay. Lily tagged along, unusually attentive. Big bro. You look stressed. Work? Tom shrugged. Paperwork. That night. Alone. He showed me the discrepancies, transfers to offshore accounts in Mary's name. She's stolen hundreds of thousands. We could sue, but it'd tear us apart. I urged caution. Talk to a lawyer first, keep it civil. But Mary sensed it. Next day, she called. Tom, darlin', let's not dredge up old hurts. Family sticks together. He recorded that call, her voice turning icy. Push this, and you'll lose more than money. The hike idea came soon after, her peace offering. I bought it, thinking fresh air could mend fences.
How naive. Now.
In the canyon, Tom played a snippet. Mary's whisper to Lily. He's onto the money. We need that policy payout. Make it look accidental. My stomach churned. We gotta get out of here. Using boulders for cover, we limped toward a side ravine, hoping it let up. Pain blurred my vision, but fear propelled us. Behind, faint calls. Where'd they go? They were searching. We found a faint game trail switchbacking up. Every step agony. But we climbed. Halfway, Lily's voice below. Blood trail. They're alive. Mary cursed. Find him quick. Can't have witnesses. Tom urged me on. At the top, we collapsed in brush. Hearts racing. The main trail lay ahead, but so did risk. Phone's got spotty signal, Tom said. Calling 911 now. A weak bar appeared. He dialed, whispering our location. The push. The plot.
Dispatcher promise de rangers en route.
But minutes felt eternal. Footsteps neared, Mary and Lily cresting. Over there, Lily spotted us. We bolted, dodging pines. Mary shouted, Stop. It's a misunderstanding. But her tone betrayed malice. We reached a overlook, cornered. Tom brandished the phone. It's all recorded, cops know. Mary froze, face paling. Lily burst into tears. Mom said you were stealing from us. Rangers arrived then. Sirens wailing. They cuffed Mary amid her protests. Lily sobbing apologies. Medics rushed us to ambulances. In the ER, docs fixed my fractured ankle, Tom's dislocated shoulder, our cuts and bruises.
Cops took statements.
Listened to recordings. Mary's scheme unraveled. Forged will amendments. Secret life insurance she'd taken on U.S. via identity theft, illegal in Colorado. Clear fraud. Lily confessed. Manipulated by promises of stability. She'd lost her scholarship. Drowning in debt. Mary preyed on that. As night fell, Tom held my hand. We survived.
Eminência.
But family. It shattered. I nodded. Tears stinging. Maybe not forever. Lily's young. There's hope. The arrest made local news. Mother? Daughter charged in attempted murder over inheritance dispute. Mary's bail denied. Trial loomed. Weeks later. At home. Scars healing. I reflected. Mornings brought coffee on the porch. Views of the Front Range. Tom quit his high-stress job, starting a small consulting gig. We attended therapy, unpacking the betrayal. Lily wrote from Jivy, I'm sorry. Mom lied, I see now. We visited. Awkward but honest. You were a victim too, I said. She nodded, eyes down. Learn the hard way. Question everything. Even family. Mary's trial dragged. Evidence mounting. She pled guilty to reduced charges, attempted manslaughter. Fraud, facing 20 years. In court. She broke. I was desperate. Gambling ruined me. Judge lectured on greed's toll. Tom spoke at sentencing. Mom, I forgive the pain, but not the choice. Hope prison brings reflection. Outside. Sun warmed us.
Feels like a new start, Tom said.
Yeah, I agreed. Lesson learned. Communication saves families.
Secret is destroying.
We hiked again. Gentler trails. Rebuilding trust, one step at a time. We spent that night in the hospital. Monitors beeping. IVs dripping. Tom slept fitfully. His arm in a sling. I stared at the ceiling. Replaying the fall. The voices. The betrayal. How had it come to this? Our family wasn't perfect. Tom's dad had passed from a heart attack 5 years back, leaving the Wyoming ranch to Mary, with trusts for Tom and Lily. But Mary, with her book club trips that were really casino runs in Vegas, had burned through it. Tom found the paper trail. Embezzled funds. Faked signatures. He'd confronted her privately, giving her a chance to repay. Instead, she escalated. Flashback to the confrontation, Tom's home office. Mary across the desk. Mom, this is theft. We can fix it quietly, get help for the gambling. Her eyes narrowed. You accusing your own mother? After all I've sacrificed. It's fact.
Mom.
The will's clear, equal shares. She stormed out, but not before hissing, You'll regret this.
Boy.
Then the hike invite, her way to reconnect. Lily, struggling with college costs after losing aid to bad grades, Mary's guidance kept her homebound. Was easy prey. Big sis, she'd call me. But lately, her questions veered to money. How's the house title work? Any life policies? I dismissed it as millennial curiosity. Big mistake. In hospital, cops interviewed us. Recordings are gold, the detective said. Clear intent. Conspiracy. Mary's got priors, small frauds we missed. Lily, in custody.
Kriegt fast.
Mom said Tom was cutting us off. Taking the ranch money for himself and Emily. Said the insurance was our safety net if something happened on the hike. I believed her. I was scared of being homeless.
Heartbreaking.
She was 19, not 12. Wait. Original was 12. But to fit U.S. law, make her 19 for adult charges. But humanize. Original says 12-year-old. But for legal clarity in U.S., perhaps adjust to teen. But keep as is. But in story, she's 12. But in plot, manipulation. User said, clear legal. So perhaps make Lily 18 plus to avoid child issues. In original, Lucy is 12, but drives from apartment. So inconsistency in original.
Probably teen.
In my story, I made Lily college age.
Yes.
The next day, discharged with casts and painkillers, we holed up at a hotel. Media swarmed our home. Cliff push horror, family plot exposed. Tom fielded calls from lawyers. We pressed charges, but maybe plea for Lily, she's victimized. I agreed. She's family. Redeemable. Visits to Lily in jail. She looked small. Remorseful. Emily. I was stupid. Mom fed me lies about you guys planning to sue us broke. Said the fall would look like a slip. And we'd get the policy money to start over. We never planned that, I said softly. I know now. Therapy here's opening my eyes. Mary refused visits. Lawyered up. Her defense. Mental break from grief. But recordings doomed her. As weeks passed, we sold the Boulder house. Moved to a quiet cabin in Montana, fresh start in the West. Tom started therapy for betrayal trauma. I joined, processing the fall's PTSD. One evening, stargazing, Tom said,
Ain't.
This taught me, family ain't blood, it's trust built daily. And forgiveness, I added. Even when it hurts. Lily's trial. Plea to accessory. 5 years probation. Mandatory counseling. She moved in with relatives. Rebuilt. Mary got 15 years. In her letter, I let greed win. Forgive me if you can. We did. From afar. Life bloomed. I wrote a book on family dynamics. Tom coached youth sports. Lesson?
Talk open.
Seek help early, greed fractures. but compassion mends. Expanding on investigation. More flashbacks. The weeks after the fall were a blur of police stations, lawyer meetings, and physical therapy. My ankle cast itched constantly. Tom's shoulder limited his movements. But the real pain was emotional. How do you heal from your own family trying to erase you for cash? The Colorado State Patrol and FBI got involved when the fraud crossed state lines. Mary's offshore accounts traced to Nevada casinos. Your recordings are airtight, the lead investigator told us. Voice analysis confirms. And metadata shows dates. This is premeditated attempted murder. Insurance fraud. Forgery, the works. Tom's foresight. He'd started recording after finding the altered will. Flashback to that discovery. Sorting Dad's old boxes in Mary's garage. Tom uncovered the original will. Equal splits. Bank statements showed transfers to Mary's name. He confronted Lily first, thinking she knew. Lil, Mom's been moving money. She paled. She said it was investments for us. But Mary had lied to her too. The hike was the trap. Recordings captured Mary on phone to a shady contact. Need policies on Tom and Emily make M big. If something happens, pay out to me and Lily. Illegal, can't insure without consent in U.S. But she forged signatures. In one audio, Mary to Lily, they're greedy.
Lil.
Tom wants it all. This hike? Perfect accident spot. One push, and our problem's gone. Lily's hesitant, but they're family. Family that betrays ain't family. Hearing that, I wept. Lily was groomed. Court prep, we testified. Reliving the fall. Mary stone-faced. Lily tearful. Prosecutor highlighted law. In Colorado, attempted murder is Class 2 felony. 8 to 24 years. Fraud adds more. Defense claimed coercion for Lily. Addiction for Mary. We pushed for rehab clause. Post-trial. Life normalized. We adopted a dog. Hiked safe paths. Lily. On probation. Volunteered at shelters. Learning empathy. Article lesson. In the West's vast spaces, family bonds can stretch or snap. Choose to mend. Focus on confrontation. Escape details expanded. From the canyon, we heard them closing in. They can't have gone far, Mary said. We climbed the side trail. Rocks crumbling. Pain shot through me, but Tom's grip steadied. At top, we hid. Called 911. When they appeared, Tom confronted. It's over, Mom. She smirked. You have no proof. He played the tape. Her face fell. Lily collapsed. I didn't want this. Rangers arrived. Arrests made. Hospital. Statements. Legal clarity. Charges stuck because recording's legal in Colorado, one-party consent. Human end. Lily's remorse led to therapy. Family counseling sessions post-sentence. We visited Mary in prison. Forgiving foreclosure. Article. Redemption in the Rockies. Conclusion. Reflection. 6 months later. Court wrapped. Mary sentenced to 15 years. With parole possibility if she completes addiction program. Lily 3 years probation. Community service. We moved to Oregon coast. New jobs. Lily joined us for holidays. Rebuilding. Lesson. Greed blinds, but forgiveness heals. Always communicate. Seek truth. Families worth fighting for. Not against. Final dreams. Not falling, but rising together.